Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Thanks so much, Matt, for coming on. It looks like, are you in the shed today?
No, I'm in my house in Chattanooga.
I've been to Sweetens Cove. I've seen the shed. It looking a little different.
It doesn't have curtains. No chance.
We're going to have to get the interior designer to tune that up for you. That way you just don't know. You just don't know.
I'll tell Colt to get on it.
Yeah, right. Hey, so last we spoke, man, we were on Sunday, I think, in the evening, and you were preparing for a charity event for Folds of Honor. I don't want to steal all of your thunder. I'm going to let you release the thunder, man, but we got a course record. Let's talk about it, man. Break it down for us.
We did. So started out at I don't know. I tried waking up early as I could and get out there and wanted to tee off, ball in the air at 4 o'clock. Well, that didn't happen. In true Swedes form, it took a second. Had to go get Peyton's cart, get some headlights. It was way darker than anticipated. And teed off by 4:21 and just started going after it. In fact, the first couple shots, I chose to do a 6-iron the whole way through on all the tee boxes. Keep it in play and pretty much dialed in with an iron that I know where it's going to go.
Sure.
Hopefully. And could find it pretty quickly. So that was the whole game is, hit it, get there real quick, hit it again and go find it. So hit 6-iron. I mean, second hole in, I literally almost holed out on my second shot. And then fourth hole in, almost made a hole-in-one. And so I made a couple birdies real quick in the dark, and I'm like, this is going to be great. And then about, hole 180 kicked in at some point in time of the day, and I don't exactly remember when that was, but it was a terrible stretch of golf, about maybe 27 holes of just not good golf shots at all. And, just powered my way through it, and I got to about 200 and got some steam. I had my man Colt, my hype man, on the bag. He came back out and played me some music and got me all jacked up and maybe gave me a shot to give me some energy. And I went on a nice little stretch for 18 holes and had like 7 birdies in 18 holes. And
nice.
So I ended up with quite a bit of birdies and just attacked the game plan. And once I got over 200, it was pretty easy. It was coast mode. The problem is we had almost an hour and a half of rain delay. So I spent an hour and a half just watching, and there was a time where I thought it was going to clear because you're sitting there watching these mountains and then all of a sudden you see some blue skies. And so we went back out and it was like misting a little bit, and then it picked up even heavier. And next thing you know, we played 9 holes in the rain, just no lightning. So, but we went after it, and by about 8, I think it was 8:35, 8:40, finished up my 253rd hole, set up some fireworks, and then decided to play one more hole for good measure. And so 254 was the number.
I mean, nice. why not take the record, right? I mean, wait, who's showing up for a tie, man? You've already played 253. Come on.
Right. 253. I did 252 was the previous. I did one more than that. I was like, you know what? I'm all the way out here. We got to go past 9. Might as well play it.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So 254 official.
So what time did the last putt go into the cup?
Probably it was 8:45-ish. So 8:45 p.m.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a long, grinding day of golf. Had about, I want to say maybe 18 to 19 other people on the golf course. Usually a maintenance Monday, but we had a few members out there and some others, and it turned out they were awesome. They were rooting me on. I played through them again, and one guy kept harassing me. He goes, "What's the number now?" I'm like, 100 and whatever. And he's like, "Weren't you just on 90?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I've just passed you one more time. It's only 9 holes. I can't go any higher than that. I'm getting 9." So,
yeah. So you said you took you picked 9-iron all the way through. So it was 6-iron, excuse me. So was that just when it was dark? So you're just kind of going 6-iron
No, actually, I went that the whole way through. It was easy.
So did you play with a short bag?
Iron. What's that?
Did you play with a short bag the whole way through? What clubs you take?
No, I took all of them.
Okay.
Hit 6-iron and some wedges, and that was it. And like I putted pretty much from everywhere off the green. That way, when I became really tired and like couldn't feel my arms, I couldn't like blade one over the green. So
yeah, sure,
pretty good. So that's pretty much what I did because at some point in time I had zero touch, and it was like a surgeon with boxing gloves. So
all the blisters, did you get all the blisters popped?
I did. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. Honestly, I thought it'd be worse, but. So it was 3 shots to get on the green on a par 5, easy all day, and 2 shots. Our golf course is only about. I played a combination of blue and black tees, whatever was the closest to the cart path, and just went from there. So I mean, it was like around 30, just shy of like 3,300 yards, 3351 is what we are from all the way back anyway. So we're relatively short by yardage anyway. So 6-iron was perfect for me. It's like about a 215 club. And, at one point in time, I was hitting about 220. So I was feeling jacked up. That was when my hype man was with me. So
there he goes bragging again.
Perfect. Yeah. Well,
I know that's why we're here.
Number.
That's why we're here, man. That's why we're here. Yeah, feel free, brag away. So, so remind me who the previous record holder was.
Corey.
Oh yeah, Corey. That's right.
Yep, Corey from Charlotte.
Did you get any hate mail yet?
Yeah, he did. He told me it didn't count because I finished in the dark, and I'm like, hey. You could have kept going. You didn't have to stop, but you stopped at 252. That just gave me a window.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not your fault he couldn't finish.
Yeah, exactly right. We could have brought out headlights. We could have done everything. I was his hype man that day.
Yeah, were you telling him? I mean, I saw the videos on Instagram. I mean, you weren't saying no. No, yeah. Nobody was discouraging.
You should quit right now. Right, you're fine. Exactly. You did it. Yeah. So no, it was a lot of fun, and
you raised some money.
We did. We still bringing some in because there's a few people that pledged money, the hole wise.
Oh yeah.
So I've got like another probably like I'd say I think 6 more to collect on the 254 category at $1 a hole. So I think that'll push us just real shy of $9,000 honestly, because right now I think we're just over 7,100 for the day. I mean the goal was 20. Super ambitious. That would have been 4 scholarships, but we're just shy of 2, which, I mean, hey, any money is good money for them.
But this is the first time you've done it, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so, I mean, hey, man, that just means next time the goal is going to be 40, and then we'll be at 17. So we'll get there somewhere, right? Or maybe it'll be 47. I mean, who knows, Right. We definitely have to get an earlier start on promoting, right, and get this out. So, I mean, that's –
that, and then maybe I do it in June when there's a little bit more light as we, crest past the summer solstice night. That was June 20th, I guess, this year. Yep. You just start losing light. It is what it is. Like 445 last year, in June when Corey did it, it was fairly light. You could have gone out and played, and we ended up teeing off at 505. 430 for my time, I played pretty close to about 16 holes before it kind of got to that 445 mark that Corey did.
So wait a minute. So hold on. Yeah. So you own the record.
Yeah.
And you've got at least 9. No, you've got more than 9 holes. You've got 18 holes that were played in the dark.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'd say the last.
Yeah. Cheers to that, bud.
Holes in the first 16, so about 19 holes completely in the dark.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So not crazy, but just crazy enough.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
Yeah, so it was a good day, and I'm still recovering at the end of the day. Like, literally, just exhausted, but it's all good. I mean,
I'm sure.
Previous record for myself is maybe 54 holes.
Well, we talked about that in the on Sunday, and that's 200 more holes plus. I mean that's a little crazy. I mean, it's
200.
Yeah, that's a drastic change for sure. And then you had the member member guest or member.
Yeah, we had
on,
a member. Yep.
Did you play in that?
I was supposed to. I was supposed to play with Colt Daddy Lane, my hype man, but I bailed out because we had a lot to do.
Yeah, right.
But on Tuesday, we ended up bringing like 7 light towers in and lit up 3 golf holes. And I don't know if you were following it at all on the Instagram, but
I saw
3 golf holes, and it was awesome. So there was a point in time where I was just like, I was going to go home and et cetera. And I'm just watching this. I'm like, this is too cool not to do. So
how can you leave, right?
I played another little 18 holes in the dark. So why not? And went through the next day on Wednesday all day. And we announced the winner and did all that stuff. And then it was like about 11 o'clock at night. A couple members were still hanging around, and Drew's like, you want to go play some night golf? I'm like, well, the lights are gone. He's like, what do we need those for? So we went back and got Peyton's cart and played 9 holes in pitch black around midnight.
Hey, we'll be sure to cut that part out.
Don't tell Peyton. It's fine. The cart still is fine.
It's intact as long as you look at it in the dark without lights.
Exactly right. Yes. It's perfect. There's no windshield, or there's half a wheel left. All right.
So how was Tuesday? Was Tuesday rough with all playing that much on one day?
Honestly, I was exhausted. My hands obviously hurt. My forearms hurt pretty good. But other than that, I felt pretty good. And it was Wednesday that really hurt a lot. Wednesday was brutal.
The second day. Yeah.
Yeah. Second day hurt quite a bit. It was I was at the golf course at 7 o'clock and then left around midnight. Wednesday hurt quite a bit trying to get up and run a tournament, but
seven to midnight hurts no matter what you're doing. So
true.
We're not as young as we used to be. It's like those 20-hour days. It's kind of like, they're not as the 20-hour days are fun. It's just the next day isn't as much fun as it used to be.
Exactly, for sure.
Yeah.
But it was a lot for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we would love to have been there. I know I sent you a note and you sent the back, man. We'd love to get up. I know you're booked, so we'll talk offline. But we'd love to get up and do something on course, do some recording in the shed, maybe do a live pod. Maybe get out, and I know you're busy, so we won't take too much of your time, but we'll take as much as we can get and play some golf. I mean, we'd love to pour a few back with you. So
that'd be awesome. Yeah, we got a new schedule going out August 1st. We're releasing like November, December, January, February, and March. So we're going to do a new program. I think kind of how I hinted before when I was talking about it on Monday, because we're open on our season on Mondays. Actually, we're closed during our peak season on Monday. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're actually going to do a half a day, all day pass, like a half a day pass, like we do our all day passes on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep.
And so we're releasing that tomorrow at like noon. So we could just like set aside some time in like the afternoon or whatever and watch a little golden hour and maybe go to the Big Bear's bonfire pit and maybe have a few cocktails or bourbons rather.
That'd be cocktails. And so people have asked that question often. They're like, I don't have any bourbon. I've got. It's like bourbon is the proverbial term for a drink. So hey, it could be a High Life.
Yes.
It could be a Sweetens Cove. I know I got one sitting back there somewhere. I don't know if you can see it, but I know, man, I scored one. Yeah, my bottle shop down here. So I guess everything worked out good with the release. My friend's bottle shop, I love to tag those guys. They're great guys. And as I've been talking, we were kind of talking before, they've already hit me up with a cup. I only get one bottle of Sweetens. There's some limitations there, but they hit me up with a couple other good ones. So we'll definitely bring some stuff up to sample when we come up. Maybe we host another. I shouldn't say we host. Yeah, we do host the Speakeasy Bourbon Club. So maybe we'll do a little blind bourbon tasting while we're up there.
There we go.
So,
that'd be terrific.
Yeah, it could be fun. So let's get back, man. So this is about Matt and Sweetens. So you're releasing tomorrow. So what is that?
Tomorrow at noon.
August the 1st at noon.
August 1st at noon. The November, December, January, February, March schedule will go out. So that'll be our half a days on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're going to do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 40 all-day pass schedule still. So we're going to increase one of our days. Instead of doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to do Thursday. We're going to include Thursday in those limited 40 people only.
And that's you buy one ticket for a day, right?
One
ticket for a day?
ticket per person, so it's only 40 people per day. So it's terrific because you just go. It's kind of like we talked about before. It's kind of like the new wave of golf. I mean, like you and I sit there and we're going to go play in a forum, and it's like, okay, we got a 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we're gonna carve out however long it's going to get there, however long we're going to warm up, right? And then we're going to go and play our 4.5 hour round of golf, and then however long we're going to stay afterwards and get home. So call it 6.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
Gone.
Yep.
And you're trying to get to that schedule, especially if you have a wife and kids or a girlfriend or a significant other or whatever, right? You carved out that time, you got stuff. This is the allotted time to go play golf. Well, the cool thing about it is these all-day passes is like you committed to literally what it says all day. So there's no time frame. So everybody's more laid back. You have time to digest and go play golf and not really worried that the time's irrelevant. It stands still when you're at Sweetens. And that's kind of the neat thing. And there's no rush to go anywhere because you're
there all day. Yeah. You want to sit back and have a few drinks and take a break, and then you just fit in wherever you fit in, right? I mean, if you get back to the 1T. So awesome.
For sure.
Yeah. No, it's good. And they'll find you at SweetensCoveGolfClub.com.
Exactly. www.SweetensCoveGolfClub.com.
Or on Instagram.
Experiences or book tee times, and it will take you to an experiences page, and you'll be able to click on what you like. What the fall/winter, the November through March will look like. You'll be able to see a weekday half day pass, a weekday tee times, which will be 2:30 on, and then your weekend, your Thursday through Sunday all day passes. So there'll be a bunch of different options, but we'll be able to talk you through it and tell you exactly what to do. And they'll be I think they'll be taken up pretty because there's been a decent demand to come, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
so
there's only so many.
Well, right. So I see on your on Instagram, you do a great job of sharing the experience of your fans, if that's a fair word to use.
Sure.
But so it's everybody's a screenshot. I'm believing. I think the last one I saw today, it looked like they may have been driving up from Fort Myers, or it looked like it was south of Tampa, because it was a 9.5 hour drive, and no way, I'm from East Tennessee originally, and I've also lived in Tampa, so I know it's not 9.5 hours. So you do a great job of posting and kind of sharing people's experience, right? Because it's they're coming to play golf, but I mean, shit, man, if you live on the west coast of Florida, I mean, do you know how many golf courses you can play, right? And tracks, right? I mean, it's not like, oh, well, there's nothing good down here to play, I'm going to drive 10 hours to go play golf. So I think that's a really awesome thing that you're doing and sharing with someone's experience, because as you mentioned, that all day pass and what you're getting, I'm going to play golf, but I'm going for the community and the vibe and what you really can't. And I lived in Florida, played a lot of golf down there, and played out west and everywhere in between. And I have yet to experience the Sweetens Cove environment anywhere else that I played golf. And I think that it's really awesome that you're sharing not just your passion, but the Sweetens Cove family's passion for, hey, show up here and have a damn good time, man, and play some golf.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's what it's about. And I told the guys today, a couple guys were worried that the first time they've been here, and they were a group of 8 and there was a group of 16. And of course, I always tell them that the largest group has first right of refusal for the tee.
Yeah.
Right? If they're ready to go, they're going. And they're like, man, there's 16 people going to go out in front of us. And it's like, hey, everything's going to be all right, because everybody's going to be out really, really quick. And then no matter if you went out first or you went out last, eventually you're going to circle around and be behind somebody.
Right.
It's like you're playing all day. So
Yeah.
just get that mindset out of your head, and just focus on just playing golf and enjoying your buddies and playing different games, enjoying the experience, the views, the golf course, all of it, and relax and kind of, take it all in for a minute, because you don't get that experience that often to do something like that.
So I played there once. I think I told you the last time I was there, and like by myself, passed through just on the way somewhere, and it was cold as shit and whatever, so, and, and there was really nobody on the course, and I'm surprised again that there wasn't a frost delay, but there wasn't. So it was one of those, lucky mornings. But
sure,
I would say that the first trip, you need to get it's like a first date. You need to get the first date out of the way. So when because I was looking forward to the first trip. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Mm-hmm. And I'm really looking forward to the second trip, because now I know what I'm getting into. And it's like, oh, you can do this and you can do that. It's nothing bad, but it's not the traditional golf course experience. And for people that are traditionalist golfers, you absolutely can have that experience there if you want it. But it's more so, it's as much about the community and the fellowship and the game of golf as it is showing up to actually play golf.
Awesome. And that's exactly what it is, because the neat thing, as you probably have found out, I don't know if you get to play with anybody, but like you and I could be just like randoms and get there, right? And there, all the pretentiousness of normal golf is kind of like washed away. And like, there's so many people that have played, like, hey man, I like paired up with this guy from Iowa and blah, blah, blah. And we had a blast and we enjoyed golf and we had this great conversation. And, I paired two people. There was two couples together, and they ended up playing with each other, ironically. And the one boyfriend and the wife of the other lady, which were many years apart from each other, grew up on the same exact street in Michigan.
Really?
Randomly, but they live in completely different states now. So, it's just like, that's what it's about, like bringing different people together and the experience of, all different ages. And it's a lot easier to do it in that kind of setting. And then obviously we get to play a lot of really good golf on top of it. So we're spoiled in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's, I think that's the kind of neatest thing about Sweetens, is like the fact that you have so many different ages / genres of golfers, if you will, all different pedigrees, and they're all playing the same thing and they're all enjoying it. And the neat thing is your story. That's the cool thing about this. It's all about stories and the legend, I guess, if you will, of Sweetens that's kind of building, right? Yeah. All of it's different, and your experience was different, but that's your story. And my story is different, and all these guys' stories are going to be different based on their experience. But that's why it keeps getting, I think, crazier and crazier. And we've been selling more and more out, because there's so many people that have had such great, I guess, stories. And, sometimes it gets a little busy, and we acknowledge that. And we've, took some steps into trying to get rid of that situation. And at the end of the day, we have not a normal tee time system, and we're in a shed. What do you want?
Well, hey, hold on. You're in a shed. Let me tell you what, Dan. So I don't think this is the hat, but the hat you had on Sunday. Dan's been just pinging the hell out of me. He's like, "Where do I get one of those damn hats at?"
I gotta get one.
He's like, I want that patch hat. I want that patch hat.
That patch hat's good. This is a little puka hat. We just got some puka in the shed. So we're spreading the vibe. We had Imperial. We do some puka. We got some range leather hats. This is a solid one.
And they can find that on your website, right? Under the shed swag?
Yep. It'll go shop the shed online, on SweetensCoveGolfClub.com, and you can go in there and do that. But we've had some really good, strong stuff coming in the shed lately and online. So the merch game is strong.
Yeah,
I'd say so. Yeah, I was very impressed the other day, and I have been pinging Cal. I'm like, hey man, where's that at? Where's that at? For sure, really strong game on the merch for sure.
But so you mentioned something a minute ago, and even though this is recorded, I'm not taking credit for it. This is 100% Matt's idea. But the legend of Sweetens Cove. I mean, dude, that is totally a logo all day long, man.
It could be,
right? That is, I mean, or that's like a tournament. I mean, that's
right?
the Battle of the Sun. I mean, the legends of Sweet, especially. And I was trying to get there a minute ago, but I mean, we're having a good conversation just organically. But and I don't want to take too much of your time, but this is like an October themed kind of golf tournament, and we can kill this if I'm getting too far ahead of it. But I mean, this is a Halloween event, and you're dressing up and doing a costume contest, and it's the Legend of Sweetens Cove golf tournament.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the neat thing is like there's so many different options that we could do, and like we've had so much fun, and Mark Rivers, one of our partners, very creative in that sense that he's made a lot of neat suggestions in tournaments that we really never would have had, if it wasn't from he's kind of just getting into golf, but he's a non-golfer per se. But he's had some great stuff that he's brought to the table, and we've had some really, eclectic tournaments that we probably wouldn't have had if that was the case. But we like to have fun with that anyway. So, I mean, that's for sure. The Sequatchie Legend golf tournament, or I don't know what we could do it. Yeah. But, there's plenty of stuff for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already thinking about what my outfit's going to, if I get an invitation, I already know what my outfit's going to, actually Dan and I, cause we're sitting down so you can't tell, but we're like, I'm not that tall and Dan's not that short. Yeah. So we're definitely going to do Schwarzenegger and DeVito as twins.
That's it. I like that. Sunglasses and the button downs for sure.
Yeah, I just hope it's not cold. So you were mentioning earlier, you were talking about, so October, November is going to release, I think, or September, October, November?
November, December, January, February, March.
Yeah. So you want to share a little bit about, because where I was going earlier, I got distracted with all these great ideas that you're coming up with, and sincerely, but what's it like playing golf in the Valley, in southeastern Tennessee, I guess, if that's a fair term to use. So in that time of year.
It's awesome. It tends to be our wet season, so it's a little bit hit or miss, depending on it. Hopefully we get a dry one this year. Those that don't know, I mean, sometimes we tend to flood like randomly. We sit literally in a flood zone. I mean, I don't know how many of those top 100 golf courses in the United States actually are in a flood zone, but we are, and we've
and you still pulled it off, man.
Yeah, and we still have. I mean, it's insane. The first time I ever saw it, it was I called Rob. I'm like, what's this? How long is this going to last? Well, it just depends. Like, we mean it depends. Like, are we good? But it's a little bit shocking. I mean, there's literally almost 10 feet of water on the top of greens, and it's not like a normal flood, like a rushing flood, like you think. It literally just kind of just like comes up from the ground. Because it's a tailwater. It backflows into the golf course. But neat thing is our new partnership and stuff like that. I've taken some measures to try to kind of get rid of that, and we bought what's called a backflow preventer, which is a giant like tube. A lot of oceanfront cities will have stuff like that to control flooding.
Miami.
Yeah, Miami, exactly. And it's like this giant, like, metal tube with a huge rubber lip. And basically what it does is it doesn't allow water to come in, but as the tide pulls it out, it allows it to release. And obviously we don't have a tide, so we don't need any bit of that. But it's we'll be able to pump it out and be able to play more golf, which is the neat thing.
Cool.
So, in times where we do flood, we'll be able to, get back on the golf course a lot quicker. But saying all that, November is a really good month. December is a good month, and January and February kind of can get rainy. But that's the neat thing about Sweetens is it's as fun, even in a little bit of rain and stuff like that, where the golf course gets a little damp. if you will, just from our rainy season. As fun as it is playing it, hard and fast, because that's the longest 3,350-yard golf course you're going to play. And you get to hit a lot more. If you played there in the summer when you're able to get a lot of roll and et cetera, you're able to play it and actually use a lot of different clubs that you've never used before. Greens are a little bit more receptive, which it tends to be some more birdies, which is a lot of fun. So I think it's a neat transition.
And bourbon.
Bourbon's great because it keeps you warm. And it's terrific. So you have to drink a little bit of bourbon to get around that golf course quicker. So it's it encourages you to get around that golf course quicker.
Right. So any I don't know, and we've kept you for a minute, so we're not rushing you off. But any stories that you got that you want to share? Again, I hope that we're tagging you, and we're sharing, and I hope you're sharing with your fans. But any memorable stories that stick out, not excluding anybody, but any stories that stick out to you that you'd like to share about, meeting individuals and courses, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, so you don't have to, but I'm kind of putting you on the spot.
Are you? Well, I mean, is there somebody you're trying to peg?
No. I'm not. Just organically, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess I'm thinking more so in so I see the people are posting, and it's like, I mean, I almost equate Sweetens to the experience to going to Sweetens is like, hey, I'm going to Yellowstone Park and I'm going to go hiking for the week, and I'm going to go see Old Faithful, and I'm going to see the Dome, and I'm going to see this and that. I mean, people are doing like a homage now to Sweetens. Yeah. Yep. So I'm wondering, has there been anything that's pod worthy that's like, oh shit, that's a great story, I got to tell this one.
I mean, offhand, there's a bunch of them. I mean, I think the funniest one was the Jim Nance one. So Jim shows up. He called up, his assistant called up and was like, hey, Mr. Nance would like to come out and play golf. And I'm like, oh, well, we're kind of busy, but yeah, of course, we'll get him out. And
wait a minute, Mr. Nance, like my second grade teacher, or what?
Yeah, Mr. Jim Nance. It might have seen him, on a broadcasting.
I've seen him a few times. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he's one of our founding whiskey members, and is involved with the bourbon, etc. So he wanted to come out and check it out, and because he's never been, and that was, I think it was the Kansas City Titans game. He was supposed to be in Green Bay, but he said that there was an audible call because Mahomes ended up being put in at Kansas City, that it came off injury, and so he came down and he wanted to check it out. And next thing you know, he's like, do you have any Titleist clubs? I'm like, well, we don't have any rental clubs whatsoever. But sorry, we don't have any Titleist clubs. He's like the voice of Acushnet, and
sure.
Called in there, and couldn't help him out with that. But I was like, I got some really extra stiff clubs that you could use, Mr. Nance. But he decided not to play. Just come check out the golf course. And Rob Collins, our architect, came out, and we were just kind of driving around, and he was like, well, let's just stop and talk to these guys and see what it's like. And he ended up going to these guys on 7, and he ends up broadcasting like he's at the Masters. And he says,
holy shit, that is awesome.
Yeah, and it was hilarious, and we got on film. It's actually on our Instagram page on one of our stories, and it's the funniest thing ever. And he said, he's like, yeah, this guy's trailing Brooks Koepka. He says the name of the guy. I can't remember the name of him. He's like, yeah, he's behind Koepka. He's leading, going down the stretch of the Masters. And, we're live at 7. Let's see what he does. And this guy has just got to be,
No, I mean, I would have. I don't know if I would have. I would have probably missed the ball. I would have probably missed the ball.
Absolutely stripes it.
Oh,
and he says,
wow.
"Oh, just what I expected. Just down the middle, outstanding shot." And fast forward, forward to after the round, and I see these guys, and I'm like, "Dude, that was awesome." He's like, "I'm like, you crushed it." He's like, "Man, we've been playing golf with this guy for 15 years. That was the best drive he's ever hit." And it was just hilarious. But it's just the experience. Like those guys, all of a sudden, boom, Jim Nance is on the tee box just announcing your tee shot. Like,
That's crazy.
How does that happen?
Yeah. Maybe Pebble Beach, maybe Augusta. Okay, I get it.
No. You collect a check on Sunday if that happens.
That's exactly right. Nobody was collecting any checks.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it was cool. Like those kind of stories happen, and I may or may not have seen, Eli Manning there recently, and Cooper. They went out and played some golf, and you just see random people there all the time, and it's a lot of fun. So,
which really, yeah, I mean, but
they mold into the scene like it's just a regular day.
Like they're not even there. Yeah, like they're just there to play golf and be part of the Sweetens community. Yeah,
100%. Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I don't know, Matt. You got anything else for us? You want to anything else up and coming? You want to drop anything on the pod? And
no, I think that's it. I mean, honestly, that's just those half-day passes and stuff like that. So, look for those tomorrow. It's going to be released at noon, and go ahead and grab some of those. It's going to be a neat experience. So you got from beginning of the day, which is 8 a.m. till 2:30 to play as much as golf as possible, and then we allow some tee times in on it after that. So gives you a chance to kind of get the golf course a little bit more tame in the morning, as opposed to it being so packed, which it has been on the weekdays. So we're kind of acknowledging that, and this is honestly the weekdays sold out so fast that this is something that we kind of thought was the right thing to do again, and just make these half day passes. So I think everybody's going to kind of enjoy that portion of it. So check for those, and stay tuned for some more fun stuff. I mean, maybe we do. Maybe do another fun tournament in September. Nobody knows. Cool. I may know, but can't say all of that stuff.
Right. I don't. Don't release it. But if you want to, if you just want to kick me like a little, like a little wink on a text message, I won't say anything. I just need all I need is a date that I need to be there. That's Dan and I need to be there. So if you'll kick us a wink, we're showing up, and we might bring clubs, and we might want to play along. So
Sure.
And record during, before, and after, man. We would love to get up and do something live with you guys. So
for sure. No, that'd be terrific. I'll keep you informed. Sure.
Awesome.
Absolutely. All right.
Appreciate you guys having me on again.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support, for sure.
You bet.
Yeah, thanks for the donation too. I saw that.
Yep.
Hopefully it's not the last time, man.
For sure. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Looking.
Hey. You heard it here first. It's just the beginning.
There you go.
Just the beginning.
Hey, thanks everybody. Hey, make sure to go out and check out SweetensCoveGolfClub.com. You'll find their passes, all-day passes and half-day passes. And check them out, man. It's a great place to be. It's a great community. And if you don't like it and you can't have a good time there, you can't have a good time anywhere.
There you go.
The fact.
All right.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.